Before 1998, Sauti was known as Nyegezi Social Training Center. It was initiated by Joseph Blomjos and Reverend John Lavoie, who was the director. The idea of starting the School of Journalism in Nyegezi was proposed by a representative of Institute of Publicity Media, Mr. Peter A. Windbust. In May 1962, Mr. Peter went from Kipalapala to Nyegezi with the aim of promoting the first school of journalism in Bantu Africa. Mr. Peter Windbust gave lectures at university on Africa, being able to become writers, whereby he organized symposium in Dar es Salaam on freedom of the press, and secondly, he prepared the curriculum for School of Journalism and recruited the first 8 students. On 7th January in 1963, the first lesson in journalism was taught to 8 students from Tanzania, Uganda, and Malawi. The official opening of the school was made on 28th January 1969 by the Director of Information, Mr. Joseph Yinza. The staff of Social Training Center came from different parts of the world, including the United States, Great Britain, Germany, Kenya, South Africa, Netherlands, and Tanzania. Mr. Windbust taught creative writing, history of the press, and publicity. The second teacher, Mr. High Brown, joined journalist school in June 1963, whereby he was teaching editing. On 30 September in 1964, an agreement was signed between the Social Training Institute and Mr. Windbust for a post on its staff. The School of Journalism became the integral part of the Social Training Center. In 1963 and 1964, 20 journalists completed. In 1965 and 1966, 35 journalists were certified. Sismon W. Dekkers, journalist from Netherlands, arrived in Nyegezi at the end of April 1966 to replace Mr. Peter Windbust, who left the School of Journalism on 23rd May in 1966 and went to work on the German organization called Mr. Rowe. The School of Journalism became the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication.